A girl comes on rent in a marine novelist's house. She has an affair with him, but a problem arises when the girl goes to blackmail him. Hello friends, today I am going to give you the deception of the novelist. This thriller mystery movie is going to blow our mind. The ending is also very amazing, so inside you will definitely watch this video. If you like this video, please like and comment. So without any delay, let me explain. The movie starts and we see that a girl has fallen down from the balcony and dies. After that the movie starts with the story going back a few days. Our character is Tsui, who was a book writer. He was on his way to meet his fans. He was telling the story of his book, how he met his wife and how his love story came through. How he gifted his wife a starful of gifts and that they have 48 gifts in our house. Everyone is happy to hear his romantic story. When he came home, his wife, whose name is Gia, was busy watching the show on TV. As you had told his wife in the book. Whatever he had mentioned about his wife in the book, the reality was different. She didn't like to do much work. She used to watch movies and TV series all day at home. When her son's report card came, Gia was also compelled to write something on the report as a parent, but she was not interested in it and everything was written by Tsui. Tsui was a little annoyed by her behavior this way, but he still comes to het and they were going to be intimate, but she tells that we do not have protection, asked him to go and bring her son. The couple has 2 apartments in the building and 1 apartment was to be given out on rent. Today a tenant came to look at it and her name was Elaine. Elena's bag was lying there. Curious, Tsui opens it and it contains her bra. Tsui steals the bra and keeps thinking about her all day. Tsui's agent calls him and asks to reduce the rent. Tsui disagrees, but later Elaine calls and requests again to reduce the rent. Later Tsui goes out for swimming. He notices Elaine swimming there too. When she was trying to take a photo of him, he falls down and breaks his tooth a little bit. They start talking and Justin comes to know that Elena's mother is Japanese and she can't speak Chinese. He is going to give his book to her. But Lena says I can't read Chinese, but she likes watching movies very much. She taking names of all erotic or intimate movies. Justin says maybe we both can discuss these movies one day. Elena throws her undergarment near Tsui. He picks it up and late, but his wife comes there, so he throws it away in fear. HI's agent messages that Elena had paid only half like yesterday. He calls Elena asking what is all this? Elena says I have cash lying with me, you can come and take it and get my undergarment as well. He comes up and Elaine offers him a drink and tells him that she works in insurance and has no monthly fixed payment. If you want to stay with me, if you go, you can come here whenever you want. Tsui does not show interest, so Lena becomes intimate with him. Next day he excuses himself from his home saying he is going to the gym but goes to Elena. Next day, he was with his friends, has had an affair with a girl, and there was a fight between him and her. Then the girl accused him of rape. One of their friend is a lawyer. Friend suggests he knows some goons who can beat up the girl and then her will come to her senses. As soon as he says this, Tsui says that you are a lawyer, how can you give advice in this way? They all wanted to go to some other country and have fun there. They discuss that they can't take Justin anymore because his wife is very strict. Once, all these friends were going to the bar and they discussed this in their mobile in secret keywords. But Gia came to know everything. She decoded her message and went to every club to find them. Finally, she found Justin when he was kissing a girl. She hit the girl a lot, but Tsui ended up paying for the damages his wife did at the club. Tsui gets a little nervous with all these conversations but still goes to Elena. Elena tells him she cannot pay for the rent this month as she has some money problems. Next month she will pay everything, and Justin says that you can pay when you like, but he also tells her if Elena accuses him later he will be in big trouble. Elena writes on a paper that he can do what he wants with her. Justin gets happy to see this, and after that they become intimate. When he wakes up in the morning, he was still with Elena. He gets scared and came downstairs quickly. He tells Gia that he got very drunk last night and slept over at a friend's house. He tells Gia he is going to the gym, but Gia insists she will go with him. Later Tsui meets a little fan who wanted an autograph, but Tsui doesn't give his autograph properly. Gia was continuously keeping an eye on Justin as he couldn't come up to her. She messages him that when you come down to keep garbage, I will wait for you there. Both of them become intimate. Justin wanted some time and does a trick for this. He tells Gia that he has a hotel promotion is going on in another city, where we both can go for will be a lot of fun. Gia gets excited for this and Justin books tickets for the same. Later Tsuin's friends calls Gia and says Tsuin has an important meeting which he cannot skip as his absence will lead to a massive loss. Gia tells Tsuin that work is important and that she will go without him. Tsuin says, how can you go alone? Take your friend with you. He messages Elena to keep herself free. Elena says that I have to think about. Justin is perplexed. What is all this? Elena says she has needs. She also needs some money for monthly expenses. Justin agrees to this. Later he takes his son to Elena's house. He tells his son Elena is a big brother so that the son repeats it if needed. Gradually, Elena's monetary demands increase. When Gia returns, Tsuin is unable to be intimate with her as Gia always made some excuses. Tsuin also starts losing interest in his work. He starts researching on how to make an electromagnet. One day in the lift, Tsuin bumps into Elena when he was with Gia. Gia was having a little pain in her stomach, so she goes back home. Tsuin goes to Cole to pick up his son. Does the teacher there tell you to take your son with his elder brother? Tsuin gets very angry because he knows Elena has taken his son. She takes his son to the park. She tries to make him cry. Justin finally finds her in the park and Elena demands more money, otherwise she will kidnap his son again. Justin clearly disagrees to this. Next day, Tsuin was at a fan meetup and Elena had come there as well. She asks him, if opportunity comes in your life, will you have an affair? Everyone was uncomfortable with that and Justin says I will not do it. Now Justin's elder brother had the power to tell everyone what Tsuin's reality is and she tells him give me the money later. Later in the day, Tsuin finds a note with a threat that his Asen will be killed. When Tsuin was hanging out with Gia, Elena starts making noise upstairs. When Tsuin goes to meet her, she started blackmailing him, saying that when we were getting intimate, I made a videotape. Your total worth is 100 million. If you get divorced, then you will have to give your wife 50 million, but you can give me only 10 million. I will not tell this to anyone. Tsuin goes to talk with his friends. His lawyer friends suggest his goons can beat Elena up or you can kill her, then everything problem will be solved. Justin says, how can you suggest in this way? His friend says that it is very easy to commit murder, but later it is a bit difficult to save from the police. He goes to give different suggestions, finally says that if he gives his money then everything will be okay. Gia was beating her son in front of the security. He tries to install cameras in the house. Gia says you can't keep an eye on me like this. She gives him an ultimatum to remove the cameras. Elena messages Tsuin with a deadline to give her the money. The same night Elena falls from the balcony and dies again. Gia was very much disturbed at home, but Tsuin gives her support and tells her to go to Canada, everything will be fine. Police started their investigation. They called Tsuin for questioning and asked that why did you take such a low rent from Elena? Was something going on between the two of you? Justin says no, but the police have security footage of their elevator meet-up, which proves something or the other was going on in between them. Tsuin tells everything truthfully, that we both had an affair and that's why I had to reduce her rent. He says that Elena had fallen in love with him very much and wanted me to take divorce from my wife and was upset with his refusal. He was trying to tell that Lena committed suicide. Police say we saw struggle marks on the ceiling of the balcony, it means she was murdered. She didn't commit suicide. Justin does realize that now there is no option after that and he has confessed for everything. The investigative director sees the confession tape and realizes Tsuin might be lying. More investigation is needed and he wanted to do it himself. He checked the footage of the interview and after coming to the police station, Tsuin he had thrown away some medicine. It was because of this medicine that Tsuin was acting weird. He now goes and checks Justin's house as well, where he finds Gia's journal and her wardrobe. Tsuin also had hidden cameras in the house. The officer also brings the diary. They came to know that some doctor had said that he felt that Gia's mental state was not right. Gia had suspected that some affair was going on between Justin and Lena. She kept an eye on Elena. She sees that she has more clients. When they check the security footage, they come to know that one day Gia had tried to commit suicide with her son. The officer went to see Gia's doctor. The doctor says, after finding out about the affair, she was keeping a close watch on Tsui and that's why she had gone to the gym with him. When Justin had told her to vacation at a hotel, she had only pretended to go and she placed some cameras in her house. The doctor was earlier reluctant to give information about Gia, but the director said that you are having an affair with your secretary, your wife should not know about it. For this you give me information. The doctor then tells her that Gia was a bit unstable, she always used to lie. The director felt that Gia has committed the murder. Tsui felt guilty and because of this, he took the blame on himself. When Gia returned from Canada. When she came, the police were keeping an eye on her and arrested her. Police say, why did you run away after the murder? All the evidence they have against her. They tell her the threads they found under Elena's nails came from your wardrobe. They also show her own diary. Gia says that is not my handwriting. Police had brought her son's report card, in which Lena's handwriting was there, but we remember it was written by Tsui. Gia says Tsui is trying to shift the blame on her, but they don't believe, because Tsui had already confessed. Later, the police didn't have much proof against Gia, that's why they let her go. Tsui and Gia were not talking to each other. Justin remembers how they met. They met when Tsui's father was hospitalized and Gia was a nurse at the hospital. They knew each other already because they were in same batch. When Justin's father was ill, then Gia gave him a lot of support. After that, whatever moments they had spent together in their life, they were thinking about it. The next morning Gia woke up Justin to bring their son back from an aunt's place. He drinks the water which was lying there and because of this he becomes unconscious. The taxi guy and Gia take Tsui someplace. The director had placed some police out to watch Gia. They chase them, but the driver dodges them and runs away from there. They get Tsui at an abandoned factory. The driver says that don't drag me into this, goes from there. Gia asks Justin, why did you try to set me up? Tsui says I came to know that you had hired Elena to have an affair with me. Gia says that you always keep writing romantic story about me, but in actual you were never like that. No, you never treated me well. Gia beats him a lot. In the next scene we see, when the driver was running, the police catch him and ask about Gia. Gia forcefully gets Tsui to sign the property papers. Tsui tells her, please don't kill me, then you will also go to jail. He says I will confess to the crime and go to prison instead. I have good lawyers who can give me an early release and then we will be able to start a family again. Gia agreed to this, but she realizes that Justin's whole life is causing her only trouble. She was about to kill him, but Justin kicks her and Gia he falls down, unconscious. And Justin tries to free himself and run away from there, but his leg was broken, he went further. Gia attacks him before he leaves and slips at a place and falls down. He faints and Gia ties him again. She was about to slice him in a wood chopper, but the police reaches on time that she also attacks the police from behind. The other police was trying to save Justin. Gia blackmailed him that if he saves Justin she will kill his friend. When she wasn't paying attention, the police hits her and saves Tsui. Gia is placed in an asylum. After that we came to know everything from Justin's perspective. Justin had decided earlier that he would kill Lena and show all the evidence against Gia. All the security footage that the police had received were installed by Tsui. In the security footage, she was about to commit suicide with her son. In actual, it was Justin's friend, who was a lawyer. We already knew about his fake diary, and he had already made a deal with Gia's doctor. Justin, who was watching the video of electromagnetic circuits, he had a reason. He had drugged Elena and wiped the house to erase the evidence. He planted Gia's cloth thread under Elena's nails. He also showed signs of struggle. He kept unconscious Lena in the swing of the balcony. He threw Lena out of the balcony from a distance with his circuit. It was clearly visible in the security footage that when Lena died, Tsui was not around. He had told Gia that he had killed Lena, because of which Gia would be disturbed and ran away. Finally, evil Tsui is free from all his troubles.